Hey sis, welcome to Bring It to Your Sister.
We're Lexi and Chastity, just two certified yappers that God knew would be unstoppable as sisters.
So he made us best friends instead.
Join us in this space to laugh, cry, vent, praise, and feel seen while we figure out motherhood, marriage, and womanhood by chasing grace and grit through homemaking, homesteading, faith, and everything in between.
Now pull up a seat and grab your favorite treat me drink because there's always room for one more sister.
Hello, we're back, and it's gonna be another mini episode.
Yay!
Yay!
I love these.
They're just so much fun.
They are.
So the good little chaos we need, I feel like, to break up some
For
of the
sure.
serious stuff
That
we talk
dopamine
about.
hit.
Yes, I love it. What mini-sode we're doing today, though, is up in the air. So we are in between. Do we talk about our tattoos?
Uh-huh.
Or do we talk about this article that I found on Pinterest at God knows what hour of the night?
I'm interested to see
Okay.
what this says.
First off, what are we drinking on?
My water's around here
Oh
somewhere.
my gosh, can you guess? I have a room temp Diet Coke.
Oh, and she's gonna hate it.
Ew, but my mouth's dry, and I've got to read y'all this little section. I'm dyslexic, and my mouth is dry. I'm gonna have to drink my Diet Coke now. Wish me luck. Godspeed.
Okay.
Okay, hopefully I don't get in trouble for reading this. I don't think you can. I don't think you can get
Does
in
it have a
trouble
name
for
at the bottom?
no. I found it on Pinterest. Okay.
Credit to the author.
Predator. It
Maybe?
says Mother Speak on the
Okay.
side, but that doesn't tell me anything.
Right.
Anyways, it says how to romanticize your motherhood. Wake up, open the shades, and let the light in. Never stop letting in the light. Pause before stirring your sleepy toddler to kiss their forehead and press their peaceful face into your memory. Try not to laugh when the baby throws a sippy cup of water across the room for the third time, but laugh anyways, because what other option is there really? Notice the poetry of everyday artifacts, the beautiful evidence of their existence. It's a sticky handprint on a mirror, a hidden binky in your bed, it's a stack of sequin skirts, or the toy truck. When you crave a warm drink for yourself, let them sit with you and sip their own, be it chamomile or cocoa or frost milk with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Clean the clutter only when you wish, but always view it as a gift. Take photographs daily with no intention of sharing them, with every intention of treasuring them, and write down the things you want to remember, because as time slips away, so too does our recall. Look at the hard parts, the ugly parts, the painful parts, and acknowledge that mothering is often hard and ugly and painful. Choose to find the beauty in it. Do we deep dive on that?
I think so because I'm literally
Or
sobbing.
I just looked up and she's crying. I'm like, I hope they heard that. I hope I didn't jumble my words and stutter. That was like reading in high school class, and
wanna
now
hear
I
it.
looked up and she's crying. Okay, so sorry. We'll talk about our tattoos some other time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Giving them a kiss on the forehead in the morning before you wake them up. That's my favorite part of the day.
Okay.
And after they go to sleep, brushing his hair off his forehead.
That's when I get my sleep lovings before I go to bed, because they
so
wake me
sweet.
up.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
I ain't waking up them babies.
Yeah.
They always wake me up.
Cleaning up the trucks. You get so frustrated through the day to day. Cleaning up my thing lately is sticky messes. James trying to make things himself, and we love that for him, but he leaves a sticky mess all over the table and all over the floor, and I get
Hate
so frustrated,
sticky.
and now I'm like, one day he's not gonna do that.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, I don't know. Boys
They
are gonna
are
be
pretty
sticky for a
gross
long
forever.
time.
True.
So, I guess keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
I'll probably call you tomorrow. He spilled something on the floor again.
I swear to you, the other day, I turned around 5 or 6 different times, and there
Yes.
was water.
Oh, at least it's
Just spill
water.
I was like, at least it was water, but it was like I
Every
would
time you
clean
turn
up
around.
one puddle, and the next thing I would turn around and there'd be another puddle, and I was like, "Where is this coming from?"
Mhm.
I couldn't find the source of it anywhere. It was driving me nuts. I was already spazzing out. I was like, "There's just water everywhere." I love this. I don't know if I call it a paragraph, a segment. I guess because I don't really know what it's from, whether it's from a
Oh,
book
okay,
or
okay. Yeah.
this little piece.
Mhm.
But I
Mhm.
love it because it brings attention to the small things that we often take for granted
Oh, yeah, we look over and we get frustrated and
on the daily.
Mhm.
And really, we need to be focusing our perspective on making all of that positive, because, like you said, it's not going to be here forever.
No.
It's going to disappear very quickly. I cried the other day because Jensen sat in my lap and I was holding her like a baby.
Mhm.
And I just cried because she's so much bigger now. Like she's a little kid.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. But I love that stage because she is becoming her own little person, and it's
Mhm.
so fun to watch. She's always had a big personality, but now
Mhm.
she's really this little grown up, just little growny.
Yeah.
Every stage has been so beautiful to watch, but it has been so fleeting, and
Yeah.
often when we're in that time period, it's very hard to look back and reflect on all of the struggle being a good thing as well. I do think that is partially what keeps me sane. I'm not
Mhm.
good at it some
Mhm.
days. I've been struggling with it lately.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I've been asked before how I'm able to stay at home. And I feel like a lot of stay at home moms will tell you to prioritize getting out of your house. And
Mhm.
yes, I 1000% agree. You need to get out of your house often.
I never said that when I was a stay-at-home
It's
mom.
not realistic for me.
No, not with 3 little ones.
It's not realistic with how little they are. We try to get out once or twice a week, but
Mhm.
our world is unsafe and it's
Mhm.
stressful. We've tried to create our home to where we want to stay home
Mhm.
and we enjoy staying home. I feel like that is one of the biggest reasons I'm able to stay home and not go absolutely insane is because I try to keep such a grateful mindset and
Mhm.
constantly I consider it praying. I don't know if everybody would, but
Mhm.
a lot of times me praying is just saying, "Thank you, God. Thank you for this. Thank you."
Yeah.
Like,
That's
just
absolutely.
when I don't really know because I don't know. Who teaches you how to pray, you know?
Mm-mm.
So that's something I've just been doing lately when I don't know what to pray for
Mhm.
or when I'm lost, I'll just start thanking him for
Yeah.
literally everything, and
Yeah.
it has helped me stay in such a good mindset.
Mhm.
Just the other day, I was gonna talk with you about is that I don't know if because I have dove deep into my spiritual journey and
Mhm.
trying to grow that part of my life, if it's almost like spiritual warfare going on or if
Mhm.
it is some postpartum
Yeah.
depression, anxiety that but
Mhm.
I notice it directly correlates with my mental health, whether it's
Mhm.
good or bad. It directly correlates with how much I've been going to church, how much I've been praying, how
Yeah.
much my focus has been on God
Mhm.
directly correlates with how my mental health is. And like they were saying in this paragraph, romanticizing all of the small things
Mhm.
helps me stay in that mindset. And I don't know, it just and it truly does. It romanticizes motherhood and it makes the challenges so much easier. It makes you so much more adaptive to when challenges happen. I just seen this little line and it caught my eye. It says, "Take photographs daily with no intention of sharing them, with every intention of treasuring them."
Mhm.
That right there.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
We are, and especially as a content creator, I try very hard to keep my children out of social media
Yeah.
or very limited, but that is something that one line right there, that one sentence I could talk about forever, but from the safety of sharing your children to you need to be able to treasure and capture the moments of your children's childhood without the need of
Mhm.
having outside validation
Yep. Feeling the need to share it
or
for others to
yeah, like
see.
not that it's nobody's business, it's
Right.
not that, but it's
Mhm.
just some of it should be private. And also
Uh-huh.
you need to think about what your kids are gonna want to have
Oh my
out there
gosh,
whenever they're
yes.
grown, you
Mhm.
know? Um, that's the
I wish
bare
I'd thought about that sooner.
and I mean, I'm sure there's some stuff that I posted that Jensen's probably gonna be like, "Mom, that's embarrassing." But I've
Uh-huh,
tried to
yeah.
keep that in mind, like when she's 15, something I hate seeing is when kids will take their diaper off in their crib and moms will post it like, "Oh my gosh,
Mhm.
just won't quit taking their diaper off and smearing
Mhm.
poop everywhere." I'm like,
Mhm.
"How embarrassing." But also, that's nasty.
Yeah.
That ain't a time to be taking pictures.
Mm-mm,
I mean,
no.
maybe
To send
one
it to your
quick one,
husband and be
yeah, one
like,
quick one, "Look what happened today,"
yeah,
but not a
for social
yeah,
media.
that's too much. And then some things should just be cherished.
Yeah.
It should stay an intimate
Mhm.
time period, and
Yep. I
I
took a
don't
picture
know.
of James sleeping last night.
I take so many pictures, and that is something I would love to prioritize
Mhm.
is getting I think I wanna upgrade my phone, and I think
Mhm.
before I allow myself to upgrade my phone, I want to slowly print off the pictures that are on this
Mhm.
phone, or I would love to do home videos.
Yeah.
Also, so do the printed pictures and the videos because
Can you do that?
you can somehow, I don't know how though.
I
I
need to
know
do
there's
that.
a way because there's no point in me getting another phone with more storage to
Mhm.
just fill it immediately when I
Well,
get it.
that and the technology
Yeah, like,
pictures and
it's
videos that I took
yes,
of James when
they're
he was a
gone.
baby, they're there. I can click on them, but they're not doing anything because
No,
the technology has been upgraded.
they don't transfer,
Yeah.
like, that's gone.
Yeah, it
And
breaks my
and
heart.
that is, I mean, really such a privilege that we have
Having something
today.
in our hand all the
Yes,
time
to be
to
able to
capture that
document.
memory.
That's what as I go through pictures, I'm trying to keep in mind, let's be realistic that we don't
Mhm.
need 20 pictures of
Right.
them blowing a spit bubble.
But do
Let's pick the one or
archive
2.
their
That's what I wanna
print
try to
those.
print those, really get a good foundation that I can pass along to them.
Mhm.
That way it doesn't turn into, I had so much and didn't save anything,
Yep,
or I lost it all. My
yep.
phone was ruined. My phone was stolen. I'm like,
That's the
"No,
thing.
thank."
I've taken so many more
Mhm.
pictures of James than there ever was taken of me, but I'm pretty sure my mom has more printed
Oh, yeah.
out.
1000%. Whenever you give me back the maternity and
Mhm.
newborn, that's when I'm gonna do a big printout.
Yeah.
I think that'll probably be, like, my first big printout because 'cause I'll have frames and stuff I wanna put those
Mhm.
in the house.
I think that's what's making me so nervous. I
Why? Oh
don't
my
know.
god, no. I can't stand you.
I know.
Um, no, but that'll probably be my first big printout because all the pictures in the house, like, that one's probably one of the only ones with Augie in it. I think it may be
Mhm.
the only one. We don't have any
Mhm.
pictures other than baby Jensen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's time. I've had 2 kids
Mhm.
now. It's time to
Yeah.
update. And I would like to go through Augie's sessions too and
Mhm.
decide which ones to print out.
And then we need to do a family session
Yes.
when she's, like, 6 months.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have
Perfect.
to. Something about that just really struck me because we are so driven by social media
Mm.
gratification and
Mhm.
the feel good of
People
she's
seeing your
so
baby.
cute, and that's wonderful.
It
We
is.
love
Mhm.
that. But some things you need to learn how to cherish it first without
Mhm.
other people cherishing it.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents. What do I know?
I mean, a lot.
I don't know about that now.
I think I've been I even hate saying this out loud, having such a hard time with James lately. His talking back and just in this season that we're in, he's 6 and he wants more autonomy and I'm having a hard time giving it to him even though I know that he needs it. But sometimes he feels like he can talk to me a little crazy and last week I had probably 18 mental breakdowns. And then you read this thing and I'm like, "Ugh, it's not going to be here forever." And he's not going to be this way forever. Sorry. He's not gonna be this way forever, and in no way am I saying he's bad at all. He is such a very good kid. He
As a
just
6-year-old boy.
tries his boundaries like
Yeah.
every six-year-old does. Um, but my god, that made me sob.
That really hit you in your feels.
It did, 'cause, I was looking at him the other day. I was watching the video, then he wanted to see it, so I was showing it to him, and I was just staring at him watching it.
Mhm.
And I'm just looking at his nose, the slight way that his eyelashes curl, and the color of his eyelashes, and his dimple, and his cute little squishy little chin, and I just wanna
These
eat
features that
it,
are
like
so soft right now, and
and
to
one
think
day
about
he's gonna have a hard
he's gonna be a grown
jawline and
man. Yeah.
yeah, with a beard, and
And that's crazy to think
it's
about. That's insane
insane.
to think about.
Yeah.
And I feel like it comes way too quickly. I really try when I think about those because it'll just ruin you.
Yeah.
But I also try to think there's going to be pros to that as well. So I try to keep that in mind with coming to terms with the kids getting older. Each stage we go through, you're going to find things that you love about each stage.
Mhm, and then there's
And
gonna be hard things
oh,
about each
yes.
stage.
Yes. And it's a constant revolving door.
Mm.
One of the things I really like that this brought out, nice reminder, it says, when you crave a warm drink for yourself, let them sit with you and sip their own, be it chamomile or cocoa or frothed milk with a sprinkle of cinnamon.
I love that froth milk idea.
Yes,
I
like
really wanna try that.
just fixing them something special as well because how
Mhm.
often, I mean, I have a coffee at least once
Every
a day.
day.
Like that is my treat me drink. Like I have to
Mhm.
have a treat me drink. And so it's like, can I have a coffee? And we've been doing, no, you can't have a coffee, but I'll do her like sweet milk or something like that.
Mhm, I've been doing hot
Just
cocoa.
yeah, just
Yeah.
something because for one, it makes them feel special and you are creating their childhood. And I
Yeah.
think that's so important to think about. Like we had a tea party not too long ago.
Yeah.
Just spur of the moment, I was like, let's have a tea party. And
Uh-huh.
we had a little tea party. And for a little girl, that's magical. They had snacks and we had punch, actually,
It
not
was so
tea. But
cute.
then they did each other's makeup. That's a side of parenting that nobody really tells you about is
Mhm.
that you're going to be in charge for creating those
Yep.
magical moments of their childhood
Uh-huh.
and you can have so much fun with it. That's some of my favorite part of parenting is being able to create those moments and think about would I have enjoyed that as a kid or
Mhm.
how would have I experienced that? I think it has allowed me to be more creative
Yeah.
with creating those memories for them. I think it's important to try to include them in what you're doing.
Mm.
It's important to have you time, but you've got to learn to live your life together,
Yep.
and include them and make it magical and fun and
Mhm.
sit down. Have you had a conversation with your kids lately?
Mine
I
never
mean,
stops talking.
mine
We for
quits
sure have.
talking, but sometimes we ain't having conversation. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that is
Uh-huh.
yeah.
All right.
I
All
do that
right.
all the
Can you
time.
please
Yep.
just go? Like,
Mhm,
can you please?
mhm.
Okay. All right. Go play. Okay. Yeah, I see that. That's great.
Yep.
That's not a conversation. So I find whenever it is very much one-sided conversation, I'm not having a good time.
Mhm.
So why not sit there and actually have a conversation with your kid over an ice drink?
Yeah.
I mean, if they're gonna be there
Aw.
talking your ear off during coffee anyways,
Mhm.
fix them a cup and talk to them because as we're talking to them now in our little years when they are, as it said, putting handprints on our freshly cleaned mirrors or
Mhm.
during that stage, building the connection and the foundation for when they are teenagers.
Yeah.
I try not to worry about those struggles then, but I know they're gonna be a lot more open to talking to me if I took the time to sit down and listen to them and really build a foundation of open conversations with
Communication.
them.
Mhm.
Communication, yeah, exactly, as a kid. And
Yeah.
I want them to feel like I wanna talk to them, because I go on that topic for a while too, but I really enjoyed how it brought up a lot of the smaller things that you're not thinking about on a daily basis, and a nice reminder of how fleeting it is
Yeah.
and how important it is to really consider the impact you make on those small moments. It's your decision whether or not you make it a positive experience or just everyday
Boring.
or full blown crappy one.
I will say that I'm glad I made James his own little treat me drink. The other day, I made hot cocoa, because he asked me to try my s'mores creamer, and the part of me, for whatever reason, for, like, not being ugly, but part of me instantly wanted to be like,
No,
"No,
no, okay, that
that's
is a
my creamer."
great point. Yeah.
Right? But I'm like, "Who am
Mhm.
I?" And I didn't ever
Mhm.
say no.
Mhm.
It just made me take a
You had some
pause.
reflection.
I did, because I
Mhm.
immediately I wanted to say no. Then I'm like,
Where does
"Why?"
that come from?
I
Where
don't
does that come
know.
from? Because I'm sure we're not the only ones.
No.
But that is a great thing to bring up because
Mhm.
that narrative, I'm the same way. There's
Mhm.
so many times, just don't ask me something. My immediate response is to
No.
go, no.
And I do that
And I'm,
98% of the
but
time.
so often I'm like, why? Why
Mhm.
are you saying no?
Yeah.
Is that really even worth saying
Right. Yeah, like,
no?
"Why can't you try my creamer? There's not
Yeah,
coffee in it."
it's not going to
So
run
he
out.
asked, "Can I have some?" And I was like, "You can't just have it in a glass." I don't remember if it was him or me that said, "Well, what about hot chocolate?" I think
Hmm.
he did. He said, "Well, what about in hot cocoa?" And I said,
Hmm.
"You know what? That's a great idea."
Hmm.
So we made the hot chocolate. I put the creamer in it. Loved it.
That's
But
fantastic.
guess what happened? He did spill a lot of it on my brand new antique table, on my couch, on my carpet, and on a little piece of lace that was on the antique table. But
You know,
he really enjoyed that
but
treat me drink.
it's a memory
We can clean up the spilled milk, but that
for
spilled
sure.
milk really took me out.
It sounds like he also was, like,
Okay,
trailing it
some
around.
no, like,
Almost.
I wish we had a video of me doing this. I wish you could see him drink. Okay, let me just stand up and do this. Let me just This is ridiculous. They can't see me do this. But this is how he drinks.
Ah!
Uh-oh, oopsie, sorry.
I
Let's
gotta
not do
let
that
you it felt
again.
like a
Electrocuted.
push.
So he has this is the mug.
Okay.
This is how he drinks everything. He's like
Mhm.
this.
Like he doesn't know what to do with his legs. What is that? I'm taking a video. No, we are not robbing them of that experience. Hang on, hang on.
I'm gonna have to take a video of him doing it
Oh my
because
gosh,
and we'll
yes,
just have to
and we'll
block out his
compare them.
face.
I cannot.
With a drink in his hand the whole time, and I'm
That
like,
is
"Sit still!
Yeah, that's different. It's
Sit
like
down!"
his
Like,
lower body doesn't know how to
what to
function.
do?
Okay.
That's another conversation too, is sensory input, I don't know. He's not on the spectrum, so
No.
you wouldn't think that he needs the sensory input, but I guess maybe as a kid, he
He
just
is
does,
he
but
is
he's, like,
very
always
ping-pongy.
bouncing off of stuff.
Yes. He's like a
Like, quite
little
literally, yeah, I have to tell him all the time, "My body is not for you to bounce off of.
Mhm.
Go do that on the couch," but then it drives me nuts when he does it on the couch.
Okay, I don't have any notes for this. I was looking for notes, but I don't have any notes for
Oh,
this.
yeah,
Okay.
no, this is
I'm
brand new.
closing that book. Yeah. Um, yeah, that
So just
Oh, Jamesy.
enjoy your kids as hard as the season is, no matter what season you're in.
I have found how we were talking about why are we saying no? If you would truly think before you speak,
Yep,
if you will think before you speak and before you answer them and reflect a little bit yourself, a lot of times that no turns into a yes
it
or
does.
let's do it this way. Let's find a
Mhm,
happy medium. And it creates a conversation between you and your kid.
mhm.
It's not that hard to find stuff
And
to talk
joy.
about with them. I love those moments of having a true conversation with
Mhm.
your kid. It's not just banter anymore
Yeah.
or like I mean it is. But
Yeah.
they can has
Ugh,
got just gotten to the age where she it's like talking to a little
it is.
adult. It's super fun. It can be super fun. It can be a lot less harder than we make it. So sit down and enjoy your cup of coffee.
Mhm,
That is something that I have been since Coda went back to work. I want to try to make the best experience of this postpartum and this time that I have with my kids at home
mhm.
as much as possible. So something I've been trying to prioritize is sitting down and enjoying my cup of coffee because wow, what a luxury and blessing it is that I can sit down and
Yeah,
enjoy my cup of coffee and
yeah.
that's not going to be there forever unless I really just I don't know, figure something out. I'm going to
Uh-huh.
have to go back to work at some point, you
Right.
know, and I'm not going to be able to sit down and drink my cup of coffee.
Mm.
What beautiful memories when I'm at that point to look back and say, I got to sit down and enjoy my cup of coffee every day
Mhm.
with my kid. And we talked about,
Everything under the
butterflies,
sun.
unicorns,
Mhm,
literally
mhm.
whatever she comes up with. That's just so beautiful, and I'm really looking forward to see how the conversations change or how different they look with Annie and Augie
Yeah.
because they're different people.
Mhm.
So I'm really interested in that.
Oh, and
But
I can't wait to hear their conversations between each other.
oh my goodness, me too. It's so cute. They play together so terribly, but it's really cute to watch them. I did have to ask my mom the other day. I was like, when they bicker, when they're arguing, when am I supposed to step in? Because I feel like I'm stepping in too
Oh,
much,
yeah. Oh, you know what
and
I
they don't
heard?
listen anyways.
I saw a video the other day.
She was like, "Unless they're physically fighting, just
Literally, yeah.
just that ain't none of your business."
Mhm.
And
It is
keeping that
not.
because it's exhausting. Then they don't
Mhm.
listen and they act like I'm the bad guy.
Mhm.
And I'm like, "Daggone,
Yep.
whose side are you on?" I won't
Said,
even look at him anymore because I've noticed a lot of times Jensen will be looking at me like,
"What are you gonna
"All right,"
do?"
or she'll be ready to tattletale. So now I just keep an ear on them and
Mhm.
see where it goes
Yep.
and cut an eye over,
'Cause they do
and
have to learn how
they
to
have to
resolve
learn yes,
conflict.
conflict resolution,
And the
yes.
best way to do that is with your sibling. I watched a video earlier today that said, "Why are you so frustrated with your children and having to break up things is because you are making yourself the third person in their fight."
Yes,
Mhm.
and I don't know if it's being empathetic or what it is, but yeah, I almost will feel like I'm in the debate
Mhm.
and in the fight with him, and it's like,
Yep.
"Why? That
And
is
then it's
none of
like,
my
mhm.
business. I literally don't even care. I don't care that he's playing with the spoon you were just thinking about
Just
digging
thinking
dirt
about
with,
doing it.
or that you played with 2 days ago. It's not
Mhm.
yours, it's not his.
Yeah.
Figure it out."
Uh,
It stresses me out.
yeah.
Just be happy. Just play together. It wasn't even 8:30 the other day, and I had to tell them, I said, "If y'all do not start enjoying
Mhm.
being out here and having a good time, we're going inside and we're going back to bed. It's not 8:30. It ain't too late to go back to bed."
I'm pretty sure you were sending me a voice message when you said that.
Oh, I
I
may
feel like I
have. I
remember
mean,
you.
ooh, not even 8:30 and we were going through. I had had it.
That,
I
and
had
you were like, "You have
had
plenty of
it.
shade over there by your swing set and
Mhm.
your house."
Play. Yeah. Wanna go outside so bad, but then they don't wanna do anything. I mean,
Mhm.
we're under a heat wave.
Mm,
You better be
mhm.
playing at 7:30 in the morning while
Yeah.
it's not hot, because
Yep.
that's your chance.
Question, is there something that Jensen, since she's starting to have, like, more actual in-depth conversations with you, is there something that she talks about a lot, like, the same topic that keeps coming up? Uh-oh.
Um, yeah.
Oh, no.
Um, she asks some really in-depth questions
Mhm.
sometimes.
Yeah.
She wants to know why about everything. That's pretty typical.
Yep.
I feel like she's got a little bit of a thing about death,
Mhm, mhm.
and I don't entirely know how to answer her
James is
questions.
the same way. He
We
will
try to
always apologize for my grandma and Bree. He apologized for
oh,
Bree on the way here.
oh,
Yeah.
it's too sweet. I try to phrase things as going to heaven or going
Mhm.
to meet the Lord or just something not I try to because she'll be like, when such and such died or when this chicken died or
Mhm.
whatever. And I just feel like that sounds so abrupt to hear a 4-year-old say. So I'm like,
Yeah.
how about when they went to heaven?
Mhm.
Or but trying to explain the concept and age appropriate, I have
Mhm.
no idea. I mean, I am just
Mhm.
full blown hoping and praying I'm doing okay at
Yep.
the topic.
Yeah.
But trying to explain it to where they do understand it, but don't scare them.
Mhm.
She'll ask me questions sometimes about stuff like that,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, "What?" It's usually so out of the blue,
Mhm.
and she's persistent on having an answer, and I don't have them.
Yeah.
I feel like those questions have been coming up more lately, not necessarily about death or dying. That has been one that I'm just like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
can we quit asking
That's a
those?
hard
I
one.
don't know those. Come
Mhm.
back to me. Come
Yeah.
back. We'll come back to that." But those questions, just a little bit harder questions, have been coming up lately on
Mm.
random topics.
James talks about death all the time too, but more so, like I said, just apologizing.
She'll pray for things or
Aw.
people that have passed away, and she thinks that God will make them come back.
James has too.
And while
He was sobbing the other day about both of our dogs that have died in the last
yeah,
couple years.
and she'll pray that God will make them come back. And
Yep.
yeah, if he wanted to,
Right, but
um,
he doesn't do
but
that.
that's just not something we're doing.
Yeah.
Or he's
Not doing that.
that's
But just
just realistically,
sorry.
I
He
mean,
ain't
I
doing
hate to
it.
talk for the big man, but
You know,
yeah, and he can prove me
I'll answer
wrong.
it for you, buddy. He's not
But
doing that.
yeah, I just don't foresee that happening.
Yeah.
But keeping that age appropriate and not just being like, yeah, sorry, no, that's a big no. Not just
That's
being
how we had to be with
a
James the other
soul
day.
crusher,
Yeah, well, oopsie.
Sometimes I'm just like, okay, whatever. But
I
he's
had to tell
he's a
James,
little bit
"That's not how
older.
God works, baby."
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, those questions. As we're diving deeper into our faith, so is
Mhm.
she.
Yes,
And
so is he.
it's hard to answer when you don't
Mhm.
have the answers.
Yeah.
So
Something
that's been
else.
she wants to dress herself and decorate herself and
Oh,
or
yeah.
decorate rooms and just her creative mind or you can see how big she's thinking now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Aw.
I really enjoy.
James enjoys talking about what he's gonna be when he grows up and where he's gonna live and how many kids he's gonna have.
But he don't wanna marry Jensen.
He doesn't. He
That's
wants to marry his
that's something else
classmate.
she very much talks about is marrying James.
He did
Marrying
say,
James.
"Sorry, I'm just gonna
Yes.
divorce Jensen and me and Ren are getting married." And I'm like, "Okay,
Oh
well,
gosh, I hope
we'll see about that, buddy. We'll play this at their wedding one day."
yeah, I'm be like, "Whoops." We start the first argument.
Uh-huh. He talks about that and then having a sibling all the time. Let me tell you what he just said yesterday.
They're gonna end up more like siblings.
I think so. Mhm.
And I'm perfectly content with that,
Yeah.
especially after we put in this perspective the other day that she would be 14 and he would be 16. I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, no,
Wait a
actually, I'm
minute.
so good with it being cousins, not even funny."
Yeah. Yesterday, we were pulling into the Target parking lot after church, and we were with my brothers. We were talking about books that we liked when we were kids. Of course, The Magic Tree House was one of them for me and my brother. Actually, both of my
I didn't
brothers.
never read those, but I know exactly what you're talking about,
Mhm.
and
Me and both of my brothers enjoyed those books, and James enjoys those books. We read them to him. He can't read them
mhm.
yet, but he said took my breath away. I almost started crying. He was like, "Well, when I have a sister," and he's always like, "When I have a brother," but he
Mhm.
was like, "When I have a sister, we're gonna play pretend and we're gonna play Jack and Annie," which is the 2 siblings in the Magic Tree House books,
Oh, that is so
and I was like,
sweet.
"Oh, my heart,"
Oh, I
and I
love
hope that
that.
God gives you a sister, buddy.
Yeah.
I really do.
Not it's Jensen. Yes.
Yep, and
He's
Annie.
he'll listen,
I
he'll
mean, he'll
have a
have
sister,
Augie.
but
He'll have all
oh, yeah.
both.
I'm still holding out high hopes, but
Yeah,
yes,
we'll
he
see.
we will gladly be his whether he wants us or not.
Right, that's just what it's gonna have
Sorry.
to be.
Yep.
That's what that these are the siblings that God gave him.
And that just ties back into acknowledging that mothering is hard and
Mhm.
ugly and painful, but we need to choose to find the beauty in it
Yes,
because you only get one go round.
you do.
I don't yeah, you
Don't say
do.
that. Don't say that.
Listen. Shoot, I'm just hoping I get, at least a couple of them right.
Yeah.
I've got 3 chances. If I get all 3 wrong, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah. No, I doubt
I'm
you
saying
will. Yours are gonna be great.
they gonna be something.
I always say if I had known he was gonna be my last, I would have treasured it more, but then I'm still not treasuring these days. Like, I'm
Yeah.
still just
I feel like
surviving
that.
these days.
I feel like that, with the older
Mm.
ones. I feel like I've had so much more grace and ability to cherish the newborn stage with Annie,
Mm.
but we're also in the 2s. I have a very, very hard time finding good about the 2s, and there is. I
Mhm.
love
There
his
is.
cuddles. He's
Yes.
such a sweet boy.
Oh my his
Oh
energy
my
when
god,
he
he's
walks in a room,
so funny. He just
oh,
oh,
takes me out.
yes, he's so funny. He lights up
Uh-huh.
a room, like,
Yeah.
he's got a big personality.
But
He's
then
just
tantrums, though.
so yeah, and I think it's just physically exhausting because,
Mhm.
I mean,
He's looking for his autonomy too.
yeah,
Mhm.
and
I noticed that with him
it's
going
just
back into the kitchen
mhm.
earlier.
And he listens really well, but he's at where he pushes the
For
boundaries and
sure.
it's just a
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
era, but
Mhm.
there's so much beauty about every single era and you can
Mhm.
find it. I want to challenge all of our listeners to really focus on this week, finding the beauty in the chaos because it's there.
Please
You
find
just
it
need
and
to
email it
acknowledge
to
it.
us.
Yes.
Please email it
Let's
to us.
share it.
We'll share y'all's answers.
You just tell us whether you wanna be anonymous or not,
Mhm.
and or, make up fake names, whatever.
Yes.
Share a story, let's share some positivity, and hopefully it can just trickle and be a train of gratitude. I would love to hear how some of you turn the most chaotic moments into funny. I actually posted a TikTok, I'll have to go find it, but I posted a TikTok about how Coda and I and the kids, we went out to eat, and we got back home, and literally the second we got back home, Coda went and changed Doggy, and Jensen was on the toilet and everybody was going to the bathroom all at one time.
Yeah.
Augie had it all in his Crocs, down his legs. It was a mess. It was the straight apple juice at dinner we did not
Yeah.
consider. But I posted about how all me and Coda could do was laugh in that moment, and that's
Yeah.
something that it says, "Try not to laugh when the baby throws a sippy cup of water across the room for the 3rd time, but laugh anyways because what other option is there really?"
Right.
And truly. So I want you to focus on the positivity and finding that good in the chaos this week. Also, I want you to, instead of getting frustrated, every time you feel frustrated, find a reason to laugh because that's a huge one. There are so many times when all 3 of them are crying or whining at one time.
Oh, that would
You
send
are
me.
either going to laugh or cry. There is no in
Mhm.
between. And I have found myself choosing to laugh more. I just want to encourage you to truly be present and choose to laugh when you want to cry and everything is just, for lack of better wording, when it's all going to hell.
Yeah.
laugh, even if you don't want to fake it. Like, it sound crazy
There is
and just
something about
everybody
that.
laugh. It helps.
Yeah, I've heard
True story.
fake laugh until you laugh for real because you can't fake laugh for long
Do you know
without
how
really laughing.
Yes, and do you know how funny it is? You probably don't, okay? But do you know how funny it is to just start laughing when everybody is having a mental breakdown? Usually it's Jensen. She just starts crazy laughing with me. She's like, "What are we laughing about?" And then, everybody's like, chilled out a little bit, and it's like,
Okay,
"Okay."
I'm gonna have to start trying that because 'cause it's been
Yes.
going through.
Mercury is in that
Mhm.
microwave. Yes, really no, I wanna end on a little positive note. Like we said, I wanna hear some stories. I guess you guys will hear about our tattoos next time, so
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry about that.
Are you excited though? Do you wanna take a guess at how many we have? I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah,
You wanna send in your tattoo stories? Y'all send in a couple of your tattoo stories, some embarrassing ones, some good ones.
or even how you feel about tattoos.
Yes, I would love to hear how you feel about them on a spiritual level as well, because that's not
Mhm,
something I've looked into a whole lot yet.
mhm.
But your girl has some tattoos.
Ye
I don't know. I mean, I guess ask for forgiveness.
Uh-huh, that's what we're gonna
Um,
have to do.
and sorry, Jesus, I'm getting more. Hopefully. Good Lord willing.
Same.
Good Lord willing,
I
we're
just
gonna have
gotta
some
hide them
more.
better now.
We're gonna send a little more. That's terrible. That's terrible, but that's the truth on that subject right there.
Oh,
I don't feel like I have any super crazy stories on mine, so I really enjoy hearing the wild, crazy tattoo stories or
mhm,
the meaningful ones. Shout out
mhm.
some tattoo artists. I would love to hear from some tattoo artists.
Thank you for tuning in to this sweet mini-sode.
Yes.
We have very much enjoyed it. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Bring It to Your Sister. You can find both of us on TikTok. I am Schoolhouse Slate and Shutter.
And I am Lexi G underscore SAHM. And our Instagram is used for our reference for all of the episodes. You get to see pictures from the stories we've told
Mhm.
or what happened during the episodes.
Or
It's
I
just a
guess
fun
tonight's
little behind the
video
scenes. We love behind the scenes.
for sure.
Our Facebook is for our account updates where you can stay up to date on all the newest episodes, any new information that's coming out. It's where you can keep up with that. It's on our Facebook.
So follow us.
Yeah,
It's
follow
up to
or
you.
share right now. You listen this far. We were good enough for you to listen this far. We'll get better.
Yeah.
That's my promise. We'll
Yeah.
get better and you'll laugh more.
Wait, one more thing. Have you seen the trend of, somebody coming up and one earlier was this lady holding a belt, and she was like, "My baby's about to tell you about something she's got, and you better
And you better
listen,"
be
and
nice.
they stand behind them. That's us
Yes.
right now.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And you better say something nice, please.
Don't say anything mean.
One of my favorite content creators, I'll shout her out. I think her TikTok name is just Sophie B. You know who I'm talking about?
Nope.
Oh, I love her. I think they have like 5 kids. She's like 24.
Gosh,
She's super
dog.
cute. Her husband, they're just super cute together
Mhm,
and kids are super cute. She's
mhm,
funny. They're quirky. Oh, I enjoy them. So I think she's my favorite content creator right now, if we're being honest.
mhm.
It's just wholesome, good videos. I'll figure out a way to shout her out as well because she puts such a nice light on motherhood. She definitely acknowledges that there is some chaos, just how beautiful and how God-given it truly is to be able to experience all the little joys that it comes with. Email us all your stories, share. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our episodes. All right, we love y'all so much.
Alright, get inside.
Yeah, it's
Turn your
time to go
car
to
off, go
bed.
inside.
Good night.
Toodles.
Love you. Bye.
Sisters, one more thing. Don't forget, you're not alone, you're not too much, and you can always bring it to your sister.